I've got some great information for you today. It's something that I've been studying like crazy over the last year or so. The information's been around forever, and the expert that I've been learning it off, one of my mentors called Ray Peat, has been studying this stuff for 50 years. He's a doctor, he's got a PhD, but that's not the important thing. The important thing is he focuses on information that can really make a huge difference in people's lives, and that is grounded in science, scientific studies that are unbiased, that are not funded by the drug companies, etc. Now, the information I wanted to talk to you about was how easily usable sugars can make a huge difference in your life, particularly in regard to helping you handle stress. So why are they so useful? Where do they come from? And what kind of difference it can make in your life? Let me go into that. Now, where they come from. Ideally, you want to get them from fructose. So we're talking fruit juices, because you need the amount of 5 oranges, for example, that actually has compounds in that control your blood sugar levels, so don't worry about that, that are in the amount of 5 oranges, and you might need that 3 times a day if you're very stressed or you've got low thyroid. But when the body's stressed, it needs easily usable sugars along with protein and fats to fuel your body. So your body's running at an increased rate, your metabolism's faster, everything's running on kind of fight or flight, like you're literally running away from a dinosaur if you were a caveman or woman. Now, it's very important that you get those easily usable sugars for productivity at work, for quality of life when you're at home, for quality of life when you're at work. Now, if you don't get those sugars, your body will have to get sugar from an alternative pathway. The way it does that is to send out cortisol, the fight or flight stress hormone, which has a major imbalancing effect on the body and will raise adrenaline. And adrenaline in too much quantity is very negative for the body because it upsets homeostasis or balance. So cortisol's job is to produce energy. So it'll eat into fat, but mostly muscle. So it eats into muscle, and it eats into your thymus gland, which is part of your immune system, to create energy. So you can see how that's very damaging, because you're eating into muscle. If you don't take enough easily usable sugars in your diet, you've got produced too much cortisol, you produce too much adrenaline. That's a very nasty balance, because when you do that, your estrogen levels will go high. Men can have high estrogen as well, for sure. I've seen it many times. It's a well-known fact scientifically. And then your progesterone and pregnenolone will be lower. So you've got the carcinogenic, dangerous hormones, high estrogen, cortisol, adrenaline, and you've got the protective hormones, pregnenolone, progesterone, testosterone, which are lowered as a result. So it's very important you get those easily usable sugars. Where do you get those from? Fruit juice is great. The type of fruits I'd recommend are orange juice, watermelon juice, grape juice, tropical fruits. They've all got a lot of compounds that actually help you control your blood sugar levels. So if you think having 5 oranges is very bad for you because it'll make your blood sugar levels rise, let me tell you it's not correct. Only 15% of the job of insulin is done by insulin itself. Let me explain properly. Only 15% of the job of controlling your blood sugar levels is done by insulin. 85% of that is done by compounds in the food, such as magnesium and potassium. Orange juice in particular has high magnesium content for a fruit juice, which will help you control your blood sugar levels, which means it's healthy for the body. And believe me, a lot of people stay away from fruit juice because they say you should choose low glycemic fruits. High glycemic fruits are bad for you, but try it. 2 or 3 fruit juices a day and see how your life changes. I promise you, you'll see some massive difference.